Welcome to Movie Life Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago.
From Walt Disney Pictures, Max is the most popular kid in school.
Max! Max!
His girlfriend's a babe.
Call you later.
Okay.
His best bud is cool.
It's the Leaning Tower of Cheesa.
There's only one problem. His dad's goofy. Morning, son!
Dad!
It's Goofy and Max. In the movie, Siskel and Ebert give 2 thumbs up.
You look just like I did at your age.
Please don't say that, Dad.
A Goofy movie, rated G. Now playing at a theater near you.
Why don't they say now playing at a theater near you anymore? They don't say that.
That's a good question. Or is it because movies aren't in theaters anymore?
That's probably part of it.
Yeah, was your understanding of the social situation in Max's school that he was the most popular kid in school? Because I didn't think that was how that went.
I didn't think that's how that went either. And I didn't remember the whole beginning part where he does the other thing.
Does the power stand in the assembly?
Yeah, the standout song, which was also kind of a bop, and I didn't forget about that. But
I like that song.
But I didn't remember that all the way. So yeah, I didn't think he was as popular as he was.
I like how his official name in the movie is Max Goof, which tells me that Goofy's name is what? Goofy Goof?
Goofy Goof. It's got to be, right?
I guess you probably don't have to dig too much into that.
Goofy Goof.
So, yeah, man. Movie Life Crisis, Season 5, Episode 26, our last movie from 1995.
Wowzers. Pete the cat is also just Pete in here, but he's definitely Pete the cat, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, yes. We're like my 4-year-old's just getting into Mickey and Goofy pretty heavily, and so we're starting to learn some of the backstory. It's all very complicated. Yeah. I think they just made it up as they went. I mean, obviously they made it up, but I mean, like they didn't they didn't make it up like freaking Game of Thrones made it up, where like he had it all sketched out on his whiteboard. Like they just literally just like I don't know. Goof is fine, and Pete the cat is his boss, and they work at a photo studio.
Yeah. I mean, I knew he was a cat, but that's only because my kids watched that stuff growing up. But yeah, he doesn't seem like a cat.
No, he does not. So,
I am also glad that they changed his name from Black Pete, because that's what it was in the beginning. And I don't know if you know anything about the Dutch Santa Claus, but he has a friend named Black Pete that used to follow him around. And there's not a lot of black people in that area, so those people just go blackface.
Yeah,
and he takes a picture with Santa Claus next to him. Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's not great.
We don't have that anymore. So that's better.
Goofy and his son Max Goof decide to what? What was the synopsis? The synopsis for me is Tevin Campbell sings.
That's what I was about to say.
While an animated Goofy does the freaking moonwalk.
Yeah. A father kidnaps his son for a fishing trip, and then the son counter kidnaps the itinerary, and a fictional pop star gets jiggy with it.
Yeah.
To borrow a phrase from that time frame.
It's funny that Tevin Campbell and Pauly Shore were both uncredited, because they are a big part of this movie in my memory.
Yeah. Dude, Pauly Shore doesn't look like Pauly Shore anymore. I don't know if you know that, because he's old. So it popped up on Reddit, and it was a video of him going, "Yeah, I went to Starbucks," and the lady was like, "What's your name?" And I was like, I started doing the weasel stuff. I was like, "The Weasel, Leaning Tower of Cheesa," and the girl was like, "All right, I'm calling the police." Like, he was like, she had no idea who I was. So I think that's definitely a thing.
We had friends who went to LA and also listened to the podcast. At least one of them does. And when they got back, they were telling us about their trip in LA. They went to an Italian restaurant, and they were trying to take a picture of the food. Obviously you can't bite into an entree without taking a picture first.
You got to take the picture first.
And they didn't realize until afterwards that in the background of the picture of pasta was Pauly Shore.
Nice.
Just looking like an old Jewish guy with a bandana on. And then they're like, oh shit, I hope he didn't think we were like trying to sneakily take a picture of him. And I was like, I'm sure he probably did think that, even though you actually were just photographing pasta.
He like if you really look, it still kind of looks like him.
Yeah.
But he's just, dude, he's aging. He's getting older.
Well, we had a couple of years ago in the condo complex that we lived in at the time, someone, another realtor was like showing Fred Durst places, and they were like, they asked my wife, because she's a realtor and we live there, like, hey, what's the kind of vibe like for people that lives there? Like, he wants to, if he's like hanging out by the pool, he doesn't want people to like bother him. And I was like, why don't you tell his agent that no one gives a fuck about Fred Durst, and no one is going to bother him, and nobody is going to know who he is, because he doesn't look like Fred Durst anymore.
I couldn't. I mean, I can picture what he looks like in the videos for
exactly
Nookie, but like I don't know what he looks like. I got nothing. I don't know what he looks like.
Does he still have like a dark black pointy goatee and blonde frosted tips? Because if not, I'm not going to know.
I remember him with a shaved head and a backwards red cap. That's what I got.
Yes, exactly. So I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah, probably. He's probably fine.
This movie, $18 million budget, $38 million gross, 2x. So it made money, barely. And it was number 47 on the year between Judge Dredd and Indian in the Cupboard, neither of which we got to do.
Oh, man.
Although Judge Dredd, I would definitely do if we were doing every week. And Indian in the Cupboard was a book that I loved back in the day.
I was going to say, the book I remember because we had to read it in like junior high or maybe before that.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of
summer
reading.
reading.
I read all of them because that's how I was back in the day.
The 78-minute runtime, probably helped it make a lot more money too.
Yeah, dude, that factored heavily into my choosing it for the last episode of the podcast because it's year end. We both got a million things going on. Like we just moved. Yeah. You're a high school teacher. Everything's a nightmare. So I was like, dude, short movie, easy movie. We've seen it before. We kind of like it, but like, let's just do it.
If it's 78 minutes, does that mean you can have like, I don't know, 5 showings of that movie, or is that not how that works?
I think how that works, but I don't know where the break point is where it's like, hey, if it's below this runtime, you get 1 extra showing. Like I know the new Avatar is like 3 hours and 20 minutes. And James
show it once.
He's like, I don't give a shit. He's like, once a day. It doesn't matter to me. I already made all my money.
Right.
And it's like, and people are trying to ask him questions because they're like, this movie's the same as the other ones except not as good. And he's like, hey, I don't give a fuck. Don't watch it. He's like, I'm James Cameron. So
he definitely doesn't care.
It's same with Chris Nolan. He's like, dude, it's 3 hours. He's like, show it twice a day. What do I care? He's like, I'm going to be over here in my Scrooge McDuck vault. But I'm sure Disney was probably like, we can get 1 extra showtime, man. That's extra money.
Right. It did get nominated for some Annie Awards.
Yeah.
Like the animation things. Best animated feature, but it lost to you and I's favorite, Pocahontas.
Oh, yeah.
It also got an individual nomination for Fred Warder. He's the production designer. So he got nominated too, but he didn't win.
I wish I knew more about production design for cartoons because like in a real movie, the production designer, I think, is like, oh, the friend's apartment is going to be really big. It's going to have a wall of windows and it's going to have a purple table. And like, but when it's animated, do they draw it themselves? Do they bring like
I think
magazine clippings or do they just stand over the animators and like draw that, make that one bigger? Like make the car more orange.
Well, now that it's AI, I think you do that with pictures. You just go like, can you make this house yellow instead? And it just changes it. Whereas back then they got to like literally redo the whole thing. I think that's what it is. I think he literally gets background shots with like fake placements of cells over the top to show where the people are going to be to decide if that's what he wants.
Yeah.
And I like the animation in this.
I do too, man. I love this like 90s style animation. I was trying to figure out because I'm like, this movie's kind of weird for the time period because they've just done like all these bangers, Lion King and Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin and Pocahontas, but Pocahontas printed money. So why did they decide to do like a weird father-son goofy road trip movie?
So, this is not made by it's Disney, but it's not Disney Animation Studios. It's Disney Toons.
Exactly. It's like a different like arm of Disney. And Jeffrey Katzenberger, who was the Disney chairperson at the time, just said like he was inspired by a road trip with his daughter. And he just said to the story supervisor for Goof Troop. He's like, why don't you guys do a movie about like Goofy and his son taking a road trip and have it be like kind of like based in reality, but not like instead of like fairy tales and like talking animals, even though Goofy definitionally is a movie about a talking animal.
Yeah. What kind of animal is Goofy?
He's a dog.
Yeah. What kind of animal is Pluto?
He's also a dog. Don't look
All
too
right,
hard at it. Why can one talk and one not? And why does one walk on all fours and one walk upright? I don't know.
Yeah. Just checking. Yeah. This because it's Disney Toons. They normally do the TV shows. So
Yeah.
they were doing like Goof Troop, the TV show, and DuckTales and Chippendales Rescue Rangers, stuff like that.
Yeah, and it was jointly produced by Disney Feature Animation, Disney TV Animation, Disney Movie Tunes, and I think the actual animation work was outsourced to Disney Animation France and Disney Animation Australia.
Nice.
So they're like, can we just like throw this out there on the cheap while we have most of our efforts going into Pocahontas?
That worked out great.
Yeah, totally. If you give me a choice between this one and Pocahontas, it's this one 1,000 times.
Yeah, way 1,000 times. Dude, I don't know. I still have people walking up to me going like, I can't believe you didn't like Pocahontas. I'm like, I can't believe you can listen to our entire podcast and also still like Pocahontas.
My question is, when have those people most recently seen Pocahontas?
No, it's nostalgia, dude. It's like,
yeah,
when me and you were like, yep, they don't make good music now. They only made good music back then. And then you listen to track 4 on the Keith Sweat album that you talked about last episode. And you're like, what is this? This is that bad music I was talking about. It's just garbage. Yeah. You got the memory for the good stuff. That's why it was all Tevin Campbell and Eye to Eye when I was warming up the movie.
Yeah, for sure. Sequels and spinoffs.
Extremely Goofy movie in 2000.
Yeah, from 2000. I don't think I've ever seen it.
No, I've definitely seen it. It's got more of the Weasel, if you're into that. Also, dude, they just released a documentary on Disney Plus that I watched for the 30th anniversary of this.
Nice.
Not just a goof is the name of it. It's like a making of this. It's pretty good.
Oh, that's awesome. I wish I'd have known that was there. I would have watched that.
Yeah, you should have checked it out. It's good. You could still check it out.
Yeah.
Doesn't this kind of it's like a standalone sequel of the TV show, in my opinion, like how I see it.
I haven't seen the TV show in a really long time, but that would make total sense because a lot of the casting is the same and a lot of the production folks are the same.
Yeah. So where'd you see this first? Do you remember?
Dude, I don't remember because like you were like, I don't think it was in theaters for very long. I didn't see this in the theater. And I mean, I'm 15 in 95. I've got a driver's license, so I'm probably not going to rent this. I don't know. Right. I must have seen this on TV at some point.
I think this was a Disney Channel. You should watch it. Dude, I can vividly remember watching it and liking the song and then saying something about it to Biggin. And he goes, oh, yeah, dude, I got that soundtrack. Hang on 1 second. And he pulled out the CD and we listened to Eye to Eye. Because all of the versions I had were me ripping it from the movie.
Yeah.
And it had all like the explosions and the people, like the bouncer going like, hey, get back here.
Right.
Like stuff like that. So it was all throughout the whole song. But I still wanted it because it had Tevin Campbell in the background.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think I probably backed into this movie through Tevin Campbell because there was a time, everybody listening probably remembers, and anybody young enough that doesn't remember this is not going to like this podcast. But like when you go, you'd be like, dude, God, I love Tevin Campbell. He's got 2 albums out now. Yeah, I really wish there was some more. And somebody goes like, oh, there's a Tevin Campbell song in that Disney movie. And you're like, all right, I have to, how do I get that? I need that.
Yeah.
And you just go, you got to go rent the movie and then like try to rip the song off of the end of the movie. Because in 95, there's not even any like there's no LimeWire or any of the illegal downloading shit. Like there's still dial-up internet.
Yeah, it's just RCA to phono into the mic plug.
Yeah,
for the computer and recording stuff off of VHS. Yeah, just so you know, though, there's people that are listening to this that don't know who Tevin Campbell are.
Oh yeah, no, I totally get that.
That's crazy to me. He's such a big part of me growing up that I can't believe people don't. But
I like that we talked about for the last episode when we were looking at this one. If you Google a Goofy movie. If you just type a Goofy movie into Google, one of the autocomplete results it suggests is like, why do black people love a Goofy movie? It's like, Tevin Campbell is incredible. And then I read that Tevin Campbell was the voice of Powerline because they were trying to get Prince involved, and Prince was like, "Nah, I'm good." But Tevin Campbell at that time was like Prince's protege. That's what people knew him as.
The whole
they based Powerline on Prince.
Round and Round, that song, Prince wrote that one.
Yeah.
For that second album, though, that's where he went straight babyface, and it was the "I'm Ready." Yeah.
Dude, that's my jam right there. That whole album.
Dude, it is. It's
that was like 11 tracks, and I would rock 8 of them real loud.
Yeah, all the time. I can remember falling asleep to that. Do you remember it was purple?
Oh yeah.
You said "I'm Ready" in this like serif font.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the next one, Back to the World, had a couple good songs, like the Rashawn Patterson songs.
Rashawn Patterson had 2 of them on there, yeah.
It's a little disappointing. Yeah.
Get on it, Tevin.
Where'd you rate this?
Dude, so it's a cartoon. It's 78 minutes. I like Disney cartoons. I love the animation in this, and I was like, man, but I just can't. It is a goofy movie, and I can't. It's kind of goofy, and it's not my jam all the way through. But I didn't want to give it a 6 because by the time I got to the end, and Tevin comes out and is like, "Put the world in motion." I was like, "Oh, I want to." All right, it's an 8. Say 8. So I gave it an 8.
Yeah, man. I completely can understand that line of thinking because positives, 78-minute runtime. Love that. Yeah. 2 good songs. I mean, really good songs. Yeah. As good as any of the songs in Pocahontas, including the one that won the Grammy.
But arguably better. I don't like that song, but that's me.
I do like that song. But these are freaking catchy as hell. Yeah, I'm the same. Like, I just am not like, I'm not really nostalgic for Goofy. I don't really care about him as a character at all. I didn't watch the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I gave it a 6, and honestly, it's getting a little bump from the music.
Nice.
I just don't. I mean, it's a really simple concept, and it's fine. Like, I think that's a 6 for me. It's like, it's fine. It's got a couple good songs. That's the point that's important. The rest of it's fine.
So the part that
there's no jokes that are funny, really.
No. There's not. And the thing was that I liked about it was I could watch. Cece was in the room while I was watching it, so like I can watch it with my kids. It's not like laugh out loud funny. It's not even like breathe hard out of my nose funny.
Yeah,
but like all of it was fine. And
I could see if you're a couple years younger than us and you were watching Goof Troop as a kid, that this movie would mean more to you because it follows the show. Yeah. But I didn't watch the show. So to me, I'm like, other than Tevin Campbell, I can skip this one and I can delete it from my brain and I'd be fine.
Yeah. Goof Troop's another one with a banger for a freaking theme song. What happened to theme songs?
This is a great question.
We need some theme songs. Yeah, I gave it an 8 because I watched it with Cece. She liked it. The song was awesome. We've listened to the song like 40 times since then in the car. So 8 for me. Say 8. You want to go to the best?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who wrote the Goof Troop theme song because like
it's Mark Muller.
That's
my guess.
That's what I was hoping it would be, just one guy responsible for all the amazing theme songs, but it's not. Somebody named Randy Patterson and Robert Irving, but not Chef Robert Irving.
Anya!
But you're right, dude. There was, it was a critical part of a show in the 90s is like, theme song's got to be a banger. If kids are not like racing to the TV to catch that, you can forget about it.
I still race to the TV to catch that. Danger. Dude, and all of the hesitations that Mark Muller threw in there for those, fantastic. And then what's his name from Toto? John Williams' kid?
Yeah, John Williams' son.
That's who sang Gummy Bears.
I know. We were listening to Christmas music in heavy rotation at the house, and Wolf told me like a week ago, he's like, I only like Christmas music and DuckTales. I was like, yeah, that seems like that's totally reasonable. And same with gummy bears. He has no idea that it's based on a show. He just thinks that's a candy. But if that song comes up on shuffle, it's one of the few he's not like, I don't like this one.
Yeah.
You can hit it.
Oh, that's freaking great.
Yeah.
I only like Christmas music and DuckTales. That's freaking wonderful.
Yeah. Dude, we should I don't want to we should take a minute to talk about Rob Reiner because we're halfway through the 90s and we've done a bunch of Rob Reiner stuff.
Yeah.
He and his wife were killed this week. It's just not a fun time. Super bummer of a story, but like, and of course the whole world's like, Rob Reiner, he was the jam, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, I'm looking through, like we did Harry Met Sally on Patreon, going backwards.
Yeah.
Did A Few Good Men, which is one of my freaking favorite movies.
Yeah.
Like Sleepless in Seattle. I wanted to do American President this year. We didn't get to it, but just like his stuff in the 80s and 90s. Like he directed Alex and Emma.
Yeah. No, I know. He's
like, just all of his shit is awesome. And
him and his dad.
We talked about it when we did the movies. I know. But
yeah, pour some out for Rob Reiner, man.
Yeah, like looking through his filmography, anybody our age is like Princess Bride, Spinal Tap. And some of it, but even like, dude, Wolf of Wall Street, that shit was like, him as an actor, I love that.
Yeah. Dude, on the part I love is in Sleepless in Seattle when him and Tom Hanks are at the diner.
Yeah.
And they're talking about asking people out.
Yeah.
Do I have a nice button?
But also the Harry Met Sally stuff where it's like it was based on like experiences that I think he was going through at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I always loved Rob Reiner. That was a huge bummer. And like this podcast would be very different if there wasn't a Rob Reiner. So
oh yeah. We definitely would have made it to Judge Dredd and Indian in the Cupboard by now.
Yeah, but pour some out for him and his wife.
Yeah, good call.
All right, dude, let's do scenes. My first one was I was trying to not just pick the scenes where Powerline sings.
Oh, yeah, I came up with one also.
I think my first one was when Goofy and Max they're at the campground and like, dude, Goofy's working on his tiny little pup tent.
Oh, yeah.
And Max doesn't want to be there because he wants to hang out with his like weirdly attractive squirrel girlfriend or whatever the hell she was.
She wasn't a dog also?
I don't know, man. I can't tell.
She was a dog. That was 6 from Blossom, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And to get drug on a fishing trip with his dad, who's Goofy. And then they're setting up the pup tent. And then Pete like wheels up in this like mega RV and like does the cartoon where you push the button and everything unfolds like a million times. And it's like got a hot tub on the top. And it's like,
yeah, I love it.
It's got a bowling alley. And
yeah.
and that bit where Goofy and Max and Pete and PJ were all there together. I was like, this part, I like this. I like this whole scene.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like Pete is Goofy's boss, and Pete's like, my son respects me. I'm making him scrub the floor like Cinderella.
Keep him under your thumb, Goof. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, I mean, I get it. They're doing stuff. They're trying to establish that Goofy's a different type of father than Pete is. And there's, like,
he's setting up the arc.
Yeah, they're working on it. They're doing things.
Yeah, I totally like that. Cece wanted me to mention that her favorite part is when Bigfoot shows up. That is not my favorite part, but
that is a great part, though.
She does like that part.
Yeah.
I think like that's when they're like bonding over the soup.
Yeah.
I guess maybe I do like that part at the end where he has the high dad in the bottom of the soup because he's spelling it out because he used to do that when he was a kid. Yeah, that's pretty.
Well, that's a great scene, honestly, because that's when they're like the whole time he's a grumpy teenager. He doesn't want to be there. His dad is. It's weird, man.
Spaghetti again. I'll be right back.
It's weird because as a kid, I can remember being like, God, it's so annoying when you want to do stuff and your parents drag you on vacation. And now watching it 30 years later, I'm like, I can see how hard it is to like be a corny parent to a kid who really doesn't want to hang out with you, but you're just like, I don't give a shit. We're doing it anyway.
Yeah.
And it kind of flip up. So I like that Bigfoot scene because they're trapped in the car together. They're doing the high dad soup and they're like starting to get along really well. I was like, that's great. Like now like as a grown up with a kid. That part I like.
Yeah, that's the only reason that
Good
I
call,
like it.
CC. That is a great scene.
Yeah, that's her call. My first one was the open road montage where he he's trapped in the car with his dad, and there's like it's just a classic travel montage. There's like detours. There's bonding attempts and disasters.
There's like a freaking
ball
there's
of
like a
yarn
hearse where the skeleton pops out of the casket and starts singing.
Yeah.
Like nuns are singing at one point. It's pretty weird.
Yeah, the singing nuns. But I like a nice montage like you, and I threw that in as my first.
I like a montage. I don't like that song very much, though.
Yeah, no, the song wasn't good. The song wasn't great.
And then my next one was kind of right after the High Dad Soup Bigfoot bit, and it's when Goofy and Max, when the car starts to like get away and they're arguing, they run and they jump in the car. It goes over the railing. It goes into the water. It floats because it's a cartoon. It goes over the rapids. They're doing this special cast.
Yeah.
Like that little like action sequence. I like that.
Yeah.
Bit.
I like the special cast because that's when it brings it back at the end to do the dance.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That was a very Karate Kid move there, and he's like, "Do the special cast," and then Goofy starts breakdancing. I was like, "I didn't remember breakdancing as part of the cast." He was waxing on and waxing off, but he really knew how to dance. It's kind of awesome.
Yeah, I don't remember moonwalking being in the cast, but I don't fish a lot, so don't ask me. The second one I put was Max hijacks the school assembly to do his standout song. So he pretended to be Powerline, and they got the whistle, and he's like hacking into all the stuff and helping him light up everything. I thought it was a fantastical musical number, and it felt a super 90s, and that's what I liked about it. Yeah, even though it's a cartoon, it felt 90s.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, because you teach high school, so I'm assuming they still have assemblies and you know what they look like. I don't. But I was like, dude, this feels exactly like what assemblies used to be like. And like someone would wait for one of the nuns to like have a pause in their speech to make a really loud farting sound, and everyone would laugh, because is that still how it goes?
We don't have a spot big enough for all 2,200 kids.
Yeah.
Except the football stadium. And so they only do that for pep rallies.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just the assembly is just like one class at like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, one class at a time in the auditorium.
Yeah.
But they all just don't want to be there, and everybody's looking at their phone.
I can't believe they let kids have their phones all day.
They don't.
That seems like a horrible idea.
No, they don't. It's against the rules. It's against the law.
Right. But like they don't do like, you probably haven't, because you guys don't do shit except have kids. But like if you go to a comedy show, a lot of times they'll make you put your phone in like the special bag.
Oh, the little bag. Yeah.
And they steal it up. I'm like, I'm surprised they don't do that at school. Like you come in, you stick your phone in the locked thing.
You can't, because you're not allowed to touch my baby's phone. And also, what if there's a shooter?
Yes.
They want to be able to call their parents.
Right, because their parents can help in that situation.
They just want to tell them that they love them.
Yes. No, just tell them that before they leave the house, and then put the phone away so you can learn something about.
No learning. And plus, it's not going to help them. I'm going to be smushing them in the face as I'm diving out the window, getting away from the shooter. They're not allowed to have them out. And for the most part, they kind of don't. But when it's a big assembly like that, they'll go, all right. So, and they go to show the thing on the screen behind them. Yeah. So they'll shut off the lights. And when they shut off the lights, you could see all the kids with their phones because it lights up their whole face.
Yeah. I just turn it off. I just picture high school kids with like cell phone in one hand and vape in the other hand, just going like, I don't want to be here. I'm not doing any of this.
Yeah. They only vape in the vape room, the one with the urinals. No, they don't do that much. Nobody smokes.
No, we conquered smoking, and then we brought it back as a USB stick. It's great. My third scene was the final Powerline concert, because Eye to Eye.
Why wouldn't it be?
Stone Cold Jam. And Goofy's doing the fishing cast, which also includes a moonwalk. And he and Max and Powerline are all dancing together on national TV in a stadium. And I was like, this shit is awesome.
Yeah, dude. There are good Disney songs in movies.
Yeah.
But this one's up there for me.
Like, I was trying
the more I listened to it,
like writers and stuff. I was like, who's this guy that made this song and produced it? And why why don't I know their name already? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, yeah. Why is it not Walter Anisef? No, what's his name?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
He was working with Mariah Carey. He was busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really expecting it to say like freaking Babyface or, somebody like that.
Right. Dude, it's a fantastic jam, and I like it a whole lot.
I like that. So that's great. I was trying to think about, because we always do this, like, dude, if you try to make this movie now,
You're right.
could your kid direct you anywhere with a paper map?
So because he's in world geography right now, and he's doing really well in it, he talked about that. We talked about that on the way home from school one day. He was like, "Man, this is great because when you turn, it turns." So, yeah, I'm like, "You're not sitting due east of an idiot. It's perfect. It
Every
keeps
time
it."
you're going up, you're going north.
So, like, I think because he's 13 and pretty smart, I think he could.
Yeah,
but I don't.
Like, you have a 13-year-old who's smart, and you like make a point to teach him shit that no one teaches 13-year-olds.
Right.
But I'm just trying to imagine, like, because I could have done that at 13. I could have taken the map and said, like, don't take this exit. We got 2 more.
Right.
I don't think you could do that anymore.
I don't know that I could do that. And I don't know that you could do that on the map that they had. That was like the whole United States.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because that only has like, hey, look, it's Hammond. And the next one's Baton Rouge. Like there is no, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't even know if there's exits.
I also like that Goofy decided to drive cross country to fish in a lake and then didn't realize that instead of going to the lake, he had gone to Los Angeles.
I think he realized when they had to choose in the split, the fork in the road, he knew. He was upset. He was mad. I don't know why Max had to erase the thing and just draw the line.
I don't either.
But whatever. No, the power line thing at the end, fantastic. Top Disney climax musical song, I think.
Dude, it's a hell of a way to end a movie for sure.
Yeah. And Tevin Campbell's still alive. Get on it, Tevin. What are you waiting on? We need more stuff.
Yeah, man. All right. Let's do quotes. I didn't have a ton of quotes.
I have 3, but we already talked about one. Hi, Dad. When he says can I have some more Hi, Dad soup, please? When he's like sleeping.
Yeah.
And he's just like mumbling, and Max hears him say that. Dude, simplest little payoff, but like it is, just Goof wants to be seen. Max wants to be seen. It's just, it softens the whole thing. I like it.
Yeah, man. And I one of the things I really liked about this movie that I would have never gotten, even as a teenager, was like a lot of respect for Goofy as a dad being like, I'm Goofy.
Right.
Like Goofy has complete confidence in who he is, even though he is a walking punchline to everyone.
Right.
I don't give a
All
shit.
the people. Yeah,
I love that. Like that.
Yeah.
That's what you need to model for your kid. Like be corny, be cringy, be you.
Right.
Which is not, I mean, nobody as a teenager is thinking like, I'll just be me. It'll be fine. Everyone's like, this is horrible. I hope no one laughs at this thing that I did.
Right. The other thing is too, is like, I feel like, I never really tried that hard to be something I wasn't all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, that is hard to do. And I don't feel like it was very hard for me. I was lucky with the people I had around me. Not you, of course.
No, not me.
But
yeah, for sure. No, I don't think I tried hard to be somebody that I wasn't, but I do think I tried hard to only show people the bits that I thought they would approve of.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
It wasn't like I was pretending to be somebody I wasn't, but I was like, this group of football players doesn't really want to sing Boys to Men with me, so I'm just going to keep that on the down low. And then when I hang out with you, then we go to that bit.
Yeah.
So it was more of that like if these guys find out about this, they're going to laugh at me.
Yeah. Oh man, I wonder if Jake does that. I'm gonna have to talk to him. He'll love that.
The only quote I really had was that I wrote down when they were completely lost, and Goofy just goes, "Well, according to the map, we're right here," because that reminded me of one of my favorite Simpsons quotes: "On a road looks to be asphalt, directly into the earth's sun. Now, nothing like the smell of eggs cooked over your own radiator."
Quiet, can't eat eggs. Blue hair, what a weirdo. Yeah. So the other two I have, one of them is just when I pretended to sleep when Jake was little. I'd pretend to fall asleep on the couch and I would snore like a cartoon, like the
Yes.
me, like that stuff. And he would laugh and like shake me. I would wake up and go, how many cups of sugar does it take to get to the moon? Like I would say that, and I remembered it from this. I didn't remember it was from this until I saw it and said, oh man, that's where I got that.
Nice.
The other thing is probably because I have a son, but when they're sitting on the cartoon floating car, the one that's supposed to sink, it doesn't. He says, I have my own life now, Dad. I'm not your little boy anymore. He's like, you're my son, Max. No matter how big you get, you'll always be my son. And they talk about how he knows he has your own life, but I just want to be a part of it. I know it'll be a different part than what it used to be, but I just want to be a part of it. And man, that hits home pretty good.
Yeah,
So,
dude, I could definitely see watching this with a teenager or a preteen, and it hitting way different.
Yeah, it is. It is. But those are my quotes. Not a heavy quote movie. I almost put Leaning Tower of Pisa, but I didn't. So
I was kind of thrown, honestly, because when that guy came on screen, I was like, oh shit, Pauly Shore. And then I looked at the cast list on my phone. I was like, he's not on here. I'm like, what the? I'm like, is somebody doing a Pauly Shore impression? I'm like, I feel like they've gotten sued. And I had to like deep dive. I was like, oh, he's just uncredited.
Yeah. Oh man. Leaning Tower of Pisa. Like, why? I don't even know. We talked about him numerous times on this podcast, but I don't understand that shtick at all.
Dude, I didn't understand it when it was huge, and I definitely don't understand it with 30 years to think about it. I mean, I'm not mad. It's fine.
Right. Yeah.
Anytime someone is successful, that's good for them. But if you ask me to explain it, I cannot.
Yeah, I can't either. Who's the characters you picked?
Characters, dude, I had Goofy, Max, and Powerline.
That's who I had.
I mean, there's Goofy and Max are the entire movie, and then I'm obviously putting Tevin Campbell in there. That's the reason why I would ever turn this on again.
Right. Bangers. Just stone cold jams. I don't know that I would be mad if they make another movie and bring back Tevin Campbell again. Now he's playing at casinos because he's a lot older. And Max is Goofy's age. Bring back Powerline, but now he's playing a guitar sitting on a stool.
Would it be amazing if Tevin Campbell just toured acoustic and just did Powerline?
Dude, I bet he could still hit it.
I'm positive that Tevin Campbell can absolutely still destroy. And if he was playing in Nashville, I'd be like, I'm going to that. I'll go like that. There's a lot of people dude, SWV. I'm like, they had 3 songs I care about. Tevin Campbell, he's probably got 2 hours of shit I would love to see.
Right. Even if none of it's Powerline, you're still set. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some joints. Yeah, dude. The writer I had was there's several. There's Story and there's a couple writers, but the main one I looked at was Christopher David Matheson.
Yeah.
Who was mainly known for Bill and Ted.
Did
all the Bill and Ted stuff.
Yeah. That's cool. Did we talk about him? Why did I know that?
I don't think we've talked about him because we didn't do any of the Bill and Ted stuff for this. I'm looking at his filmography. I don't see anything on there that we've talked about.
Why did I know that was Bill and Ted?
I have no idea.
Chris Matheson. I remember that.
Just random shit that that you probably shouldn't.
Oh, I definitely shouldn't have that in there.
And then the director is Kevin Lima.
Kevin Lima, yeah.
Who is a director and animator and did Tarzan and 102 Dalmatians, Enchanted. He was...
Brave Little Toaster.
Brave Little Toaster. Yep. Dude, I love the all the animation, like cross pollination. Looking at like, oh yeah, he worked on Brave Little Toaster, and then he did Chipmunk Adventure with Glenn Keane, who like went on to do like Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin.
Yeah.
And like they've all worked together. And he's like, oh, he worked on Oliver and Company. I'm like, dude, I remember.
Oh
Oliver and Company.
snap, dude! In '87, he did the Chipmunk Adventure.
Yeah, so I'm saying Chipmunk Adventure.
Cause we're the girls of rock and roll. Oh, dude, we're doing '87 next year. We got.
There's this dude on Instagram who sings harmony parts, and he'll just do a reel where like he just does every harmony part, and he'll on the screen he'll tell you who he's doing. And he started doing Beach Boys. He's in a Beach Boys cover band.
Yeah,
he did Christmas Time is Here.
Yeah,
the Chipmunks, but he did it at the regular tempo, and at the end he sped it up. And when you hear those harmony parts at regular speed, it's super fucking weird.
Yeah, I bet it is. That's awesome.
Like you're gonna come and take my soul. and then he speeds it up. I was like, that's bang on exactly how it goes.
That's awesome.
But yeah, Jeffrey Lima done a bunch of animation stuff.
Kevin.
This guy's only 63. He was 33 when he did this movie. Good for him.
Golly. Good job, fella.
And worst, I was trying to figure out why this movie is not more compelling to me. And I think it's just that I don't think it's very funny. It needs to be,
yeah.
You need to get Patton Oswalt doing Punch Up and just putting some jokes in there or somebody.
I know, but it's goofy kind of funny though. It's a lot of slapstick.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like I'm not real familiar with Goof Troop, the show, so maybe that's exactly the kind of funny it is. But if you're going to age Goofy and if you're going to age Max up to where he's like a teenager, I think the humor needs to be different.
Right. No, I get it. What happened to Max's mom? Do we know?
I don't know.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
Also, did you hear about the Black Dot disaster?
I don't think so. No, it doesn't ring a bell.
So there is a tiny black mark on every frame, forcing them to redo like a huge portion of the movie. So like where they were compositing all of that, the monitor that they were using to put it together had this black dot.
Yeah.
And it put it on every single frame.
Oh shit.
And it was big enough to where everybody was like, that's great. This is great. What is that black dot thing? They still had some stuff that were like so difficult to animate that they left part of those in there and they tried to just animate over the black dot. But that didn't work. So there's some of the frames that you could see it, like some of the scenes where it's like a fast frame and shows Goofy falling over and you could see it. But they had to redo the whole thing, which made it get pushed back to April when it was released. But that was pretty messed up.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. There, like the stories about that from some of the animated movies, like Toy Story 2, like being deleted and someone had a backup copy of it, or like some of the digital artifacts like that, where it's like we had to redo every frame. That's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy. Did you have any old tech? I wrote down that he used a payphone to call her.
Yeah.
Goofy played an 8-track and the map, obviously the map.
The map was the biggest one because it was a huge part of this plot. And I was just thinking, I remember for a long time, until probably like 8 or so years ago, I had I kept an atlas in my car. Yeah.
Dude, I have you know how when you go and you stop at the Welcome Center, they give you the map of each state.
Yeah. I had those.
So
when I would drive to Louisiana, I had the Louisiana and the Alabama and the Mississippi and the Tennessee ones in my car. So like all the states that I would drive through, I never needed them, but I just kept them in my car in the glove compartment. And eventually, I would get a new car, I'd move shit over, and I was like, I don't think I'd need to move the maps this time. I feel like I'm probably all right.
Move them; it's worth it.
But I remember when I moved to LA, my dad, I think, or somebody got me one of those. It was like it had a specific name, and I cannot remember, but it was like a bound book. And you would look at the huge map of LA and you would find the little grid that you're in, like battleship grid. And you go like, all right, A7, you turn to page A7. It was a huge blow up of that.
Zoom in. Yeah.
Because it was like maybe I mean, I think they had like GPS then, but I don't think I had one. So just to navigate a huge city, I had that to get around.
Now, since it's on everybody's phone, that's different.
Yeah.
Kids don't realize, like I was telling Jake and them, like you used to have like an extra little thing suction to the dash or to the glass that was a whole standalone piece of equipment that was only GPS.
I mean, I had one like 10 years ago.
Yeah. It's crazy. We live in the future.
Yeah.
5 questions?
Yeah. Well, I was reading about Tevin Campbell so Tevin Campbell, it says he is an Altino countertenor, which is some opera term. I don't know what the hell that means, but it says with an almost 4-octave vocal range, spanning from E2 to D6 in the song "Tell Me What You Want Me to Do." Tevin Campbell is ludicrous.
Yeah, not the rapper. Yeah, dude. If he walked out dressed like Powerline and sang other songs, I would still go watch it. I'm all about some Tevin Campbell.
It's staggering to me that Tevin Campbell has not released music since 1999. Like he's our age. What's
He doesn't want to.
Well, maybe not. Maybe he's like, I think I'm good, which is totally fine. But I would be among the people. Like, dude, think about how many records Usher has done since 99.
Yeah, no.
Like 8701 and like
When
Confession.
did that come out?
Like that's after 99.
Yeah. Man.
Like Usher's done some of his best work since then. They're in the same like age cohort. Anyway. Yeah, 5 questions. Is it okay for kids? For sure.
Yeah, it's
my 4-year-old watched this. He doesn't really like it all that much, but he sat through it.
He has a good sense of humor. That's why he doesn't like it.
It's because the good songs don't happen until the very end. There's the one good song in the beginning that he's into, and then by the time we get to the road trip montage, he's like, I don't like this. Turn on something else.
Yeah. Next. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Gee, it's great.
Would it be made if it were pitched now? I mean, they're still doing goofy stuff. I don't know about standalone goofy movies with like Tevin Campbell singing.
Got to make sure we throw that in there.
Everyone's available. Jim Cummins still voices Goofy, and Jason Marsden still could voice Max, and Tevin Campbell's around. Like that, we could do it.
Wait, Jim Cummings? No, he does Pete.
Pete.
Farmer. Bill Farmer, I think, is Goofy.
Oh, Bill Farmer.
Oh, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
They're all still alive.
They're all still around. We can do it.
I wonder if Pauly Shore is busy. I know he eats at an Italian restaurant sometimes.
I feel like Pauly Shore's
T-shirt
is available. He probably is going to want credit and to be paid now. But I think
other than that,
I think he's around. Yeah, dude.
Oh man, yeah, dude. They make road trip movies still, don't they? It's a timeless like trope, isn't it?
Yeah. You have to manufacture some reason in the script why your technology doesn't work. Otherwise, they become really boring.
I'm going with zombies.
Yeah. I'm going through a tunnel. Yeah, movie or TV show. Again, it's goofy. It can be both. I don't particularly care. I mean, I think it's. Hey, dude, if they said we're making a sequel to a Goofy movie, it's going to be in theaters next summer, I'd be like, all right, I'll go check care about that.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe when my kid's 4.5 and it's very hot. Let's go watch Goofy for a little bit.
Let's go in here. The sign says it has air conditioning.
Yeah. Let's go get a bucket of popcorn and sit in the air conditioning. Yeah. I will go see a lot of crappy kids movies if in those circumstances. So yes, I will go see it.
Who is the obviously you're going to want to keep the Goofy the same voice. Even Max, what's his nuts is still around.
Yeah.
Marston. Do you keep Tevin as Powerline, or if you reboot it and there's a different, like, do you have like Bruno Mars play him or The Weeknd or somebody like that? Or
I don't, dude. If it's me, I most want Tevin Campbell back more than anyone else. Yeah. If he's got some good songs to sing, I mean, maybe Goofy is a grandpa and Max is the dad, and then there's another Goofy. I don't know how that shit works. I'm not tied into the Goofy. Like, they don't seem to ever age.
It's a cartoon,
right? It's like The Simpsons. Like, even though Bart would be 50, he still is 11 on TV.
Right.
You can no longer watch the Michael Jackson Simpsons episode.
I mean, I can, but
yeah, I can too. But I mean, like, you cannot access it like
Yeah.
where all of The Simpsons is hosted anymore.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is too bad because I still a couple times a year will be singing, Lisa, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Lisa.
Man, I can still remember what he looks like.
Yes, me too. All right. Can you still watch and enjoy this movie in 2025?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, especially if you got kids between 1 and 139.
Dude, it's a perfect time capsule of the 90s for me. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm going to hang up with you and go listen to Tevin Campbell.
Oh, man. When we never got a Tevin Campbell Christmas album, that's like low-hanging fruit. Everybody has a Christmas album.
Yeah, it's not too late.
Yeah. Where do you find it? It's Disney, so it's Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, yeah. Also, you guys should check out the documentary that they had because
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it. I didn't know that
not
was
just a goof is what it's called. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out. All right, man. Well, this is our last movie of 1995. We did 26 this year. I mean, dude, this is like we'll do our Nathan's, our fake Oscars recap, and then I think we'll be ready for 96 movies and the start of 2026.
I always forget we call them Nathans until you say it out loud. What in the hell is wrong with us?
Yeah. Everyone have a lovely holiday, and we'll catch the 95 awards episode before we jump into 96. So we'll be back soon with that. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Vaya con Dios.
Bye, con Dios.
Thanks for listening to Movie Life Crisis. Please subscribe, rate, and review, and remember, don't drive angry.